When my wife and I were hiking through the mountains around Salzburg, we thought a lot about music. Whenever we stayed in a mountain lodge like this one, someone would always break out an accordion or start singing folk songs. So I thought I'd talk to someone who knows a lot about music and mountains, and what it means to be Austrian. He told me all about them, but he also wanted to talk to me again and again about change. He's the one playing the guitar.
My name's Wolfgang, and I'm from Abtenau, which is a small village in the mountains down there. And actually my profession is folk songs and folk music, especially Austrian folk music, because I'm the archivist of the Salzburg Folk Song Society. Es wird schon gleich dumper, es wird schon gleich Nacht, drum komm ich zu dir her, mein Heiland auf d'Wacht.
What's Austrian folk music?
A melting pot, like every folk music. In the texts you see there's the Alp, there's the work, there's the landscape, description of landscapes. The yodel, which is a very rapid change from breast voice to high-pitched voice, is related with some harmonies you find also in the dances which we have from Austrian collections of the 18th century.
Wolfgang has a special skill beyond his knowledge of folk music. That's why I thought he would be an especially interesting person to talk to. Here's what I mean.
Yeah, the Austrian Mountain Rescue is a rescue organization for people which need help when they lose tracks in the Alps or they hurt themselves, even they die. Sometimes people are dying and we have to find them and rescue them for the families, for themselves. I mean, you wouldn't be a member of the Mountain Rescue if you wouldn't like the mountains and love the mountains. I really love the mountains very much. In the background you can see some mountains of the Berchtesgadener Alpen where I used to climb and go mountaineering and go ski mountaineering. And the landscape has something special about it. How it tastes, how it is like in winter, how it is like in summer. Yeah, it's a very special thing and a very special relationship. Mountains are a place where you are really responsible for yourself. I mean, and that's the thing, you know, the government and society takes from you and makes for you when you are in town, or so to say in a normal life. In the mountains it's the other way around. You're responsible for yourself and for your actions.
As I spoke with Wolfgang, I began to wonder about how living amidst all these mountains shapes his country's identity. After all, where rivers connect, mountains divide. To live in a land of mountains is to live in a land also of valleys.
It's really, I think, a matter of the region and not of the nation. I don't think Austrians define themselves through some kind of nation. At least that's true for me, but also for my friends and all the people I know, the family. For instance, take the small village where I come from. It's Abtenau, and the people in Abtenau try to border between them and Rusbach, which is the neighbor village. It's just 10 minutes by car, but they say, oh, the people from Rusbach are the other way around. They're totally other people. I mean, you know what I mean? The mountains give you the freedom. You're responsible for yourself, but that feeling or that way of life is really endangered now, because we have very much cases when people who have been rescued go to court, and they try to make some other person responsible for their actions. For instance, the one who built the track, or the one who tried to save them and made an error. I mean, people want to do all kinds of things. They want to go to Everest, they want to climb Eiger Nordwand, they want to go to the ocean, as long as another person is responsible for their actions. And I think that's really a trend now, or a way of life which disturbs me very much, because it's a sign of egoism. That's disturbing, that's sad. I mean, and that's just the opposite of my idea of the freedom the mountain gives you. It's really a special thing, but I mean, it's changing every year, every day, every second. Culture is not static, culture is dynamic, and culture changes. And I mean, one of my goals is to document the changes and the dynamics. I want to know what was a musical concept like the Austrian Alpine Yodel 100 years before, and what it is now. Some aspects of culture, or some things will vanish, other things will develop. But that's just way of life. That's not bad. But as long as I'm able to document it.